Hello, greetings. This is the webinar for, I can just say the date, August 7th, 2019. Might as well do that. This is pre-recorded. This will be uploaded on YouTube right afterwards. So, all right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This is pretty easy to maneuver. So, very much love. Here we go. We'll bring in for messages, short message, and go into Q&A. Take care. Here we go. Greetings, this is Archangel Michael. Blessings to you. As you see, change is right around the corner with this platform. The reason why Google got rid of their Hangouts is upper management did not care for it, you could say, technically. So it's just Google is kind of lost in their direction in some regard. But that is not what our subject matter is for today. Yes, as you see, there is changes coming in through your entertainment slowly of your ascension. It's kind of breezing in quietly behind the scenes of showing there is a shift coming. It's not going to show itself clearly in the forefront, but there is alien energy. It's always been going on, but if you look closely, it's going to start increasing. Usually it will find you. Shows that even angelic energies, not just yet for angelic, people aren't fully ready for that. But for the alien energies, that is more of a comfort zone, but also elemental energies are going to start to, what is it? One of your Hollywood directors, I don't have the full name of it, but either way, it's your Hellboy director, let's put it that way. It's easier to pronounce. He is very connected to the elementals. Yes, he makes a movie about Hellboy. We're talking about the first one, not this new version, the old version. He's very connected to elemental energies, as you can see. There's a lot more that he's tapping into than he realizes. So he might take a darker stance into it. But it's showing that he is bringing a window to you of what is coming into your reality. So I believe there's a female that was in love with a swamp thing, underwater creature. So gives you the elementals are working through him, as you can see. Yes, a darker tone, but still, it's a start. So, because you'll go into a movie and see the high vibrations of it, and feel yourself opening up. Art is that can open you up in many different directions. So blessings to you all. Greetings, where are the Elohim? Blessings. Yes, the building blocks of humanity goes quite a long ways of your world. It goes through many universes that had a lot of difficulties finding itself. Universes, some of them were, yes, destroyed, and you have the remnants of it. Basically, a world like yours can cause a lot of destruction. And they're experimenting on what you are going through today. Many universes cannot handle a world like this. Mm-hmm. Yes, it might seem like it's downplayed, but you'd be surprised what you see behind the scenes. And some of you have an idea of what is going on. It is a lot heavier energies than other planets. So this means, yes, it's a mystery world. It's always going to be that, but that does not mean you can't unlock the mysteries within your own consciousness. And you will do so with what you do know as your elementals or aliens. There's much more than just that. You will contact that over time. So we are happy to answer your questions whenever you are ready.
Hello, greetings, Elohim.
Greetings to you.
Thank you again for coming in. Blessings to you.
Yes.
First this evening, we have Stephen.
Hello, Elohim.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Blessings to you. How you doing?
We are doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love. I was definitely yesterday. I had a dream a while back ago about the android with the spiders and stuff. And yesterday, my brother he posted a spider that was identical to the ones I saw in my dreams. So I was just wondering if you could connect with that and see if there's any message behind that. Thank you.
Well, yes, you and this your brother, you're both connected to the same realities to unlock this one. So yes, Android. Well, you're giving life to a lot of androids to assist this world too. So it's showing up in your dreams. You're getting remnants of it, of awakening to your world's existence. Not all worlds know your world exists, as you probably know. So you're actually showing it. You're waking other civilizations to this planet, and you can say technically asking for help to assist in their ascension. Because having a few alien beings is nice, but having a great amount is better. Blessings.
Thank you, thank you. Second question is just can you connect with any of the beings around me and just whoever wants to come through, see if they have a message for me. Thank you.
We are unlocking a lot of energies from the Zeta, which is very connected to the android robotic AI energies. The Zeta is a key to many other realities that you are going to tap into in your future. Was it will show you that you are contact. Many of you aren't realizing you are contact. Yes, you have aliens here contacting you, but many of you are aliens contacting other beings, bringing them closer. Because the more you have that understands you, or some don't, but either way, they know of your existence, and that many worlds are actually kept from knowing your planet because they can actually bring much assistance to it. I know it sounds strange how you can keep a secret like this out there, but it is possible. So getting your world known as anything like you like get yourself known in your business, but getting your world known throughout your universe is much needed. Blessings.
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, up next we have Daria.
Hey there, Elohim.
Yes, blessings to you.
Blessings. So earlier this noon, the cat that lives here, my locator, she just jumped out of the window and started like meowing, like she wanted to tell me something. I think it was really important.
Well, there was a Zeta presence there. It seems like several. It was also a feline energy that appeared, but I believe the Zeta has kind of pushed him away. So I believe the Zeta presence came to remove a being from what we're picking up on.
What kind of?
A feline being, a Lyran being.
Okay. And did it had a message like?
I feel like the feline wasn't much of assistance. It was kind of like a predator in some regard. So, but the Zetas are there to unlock, scare it away. You can say technically.
Oh,
So the feline wasn't supposed to be there. Is what we're seeing.
okay.
So they're not going into details of exactly what was up with that, but they'll go in. It will come to you over time.
Okay. I will get indicators. Any messages from you to me that could be nice or fun to hear?
You're very connected to the giants. You've from what we have seen, they're kind of like a counselor to many giants because some of them feel like they're left out by other species, such as yours. But you're part of many giant worlds at this time that are trying to reintegrate into your world. Eventually, when you have your ascension, they'll have giant people as giants in your world once again. Welcome back. a lot of them were removed from the planet for various reasons.
Yeah,
Fear.
I just saw a picture of the knife underwater. It was really huge. Like 2 or 3 people had to carry the knife.
Yes,
And after it was found, it disappeared from nobody saw it.
yes. So,
So
yes, they are here. They're just in another dimension.
nice. Love it. Well,
Yes,
thank you and
yes,
have a great channeling.
yes.
Bye bye. Bless you.
All right. Up next, we have Retro.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Greetings. Um, First question I want to ask if you could see into the program ICE, if you see anything with that closing down or what's happening with that in the future.
Well, in the
The energy
future,
source.
yes. In future, yes, it'll be shut down. But right now, it is funded by shadow government energies, as you can probably see. It kind of has a mind of its own, as you can probably see.
What is the goal for having ICE around? What's the
Oh, and to cause chaos.
for
To
doing that?
break away the family, to break the families apart. Yes, for child human trafficking. It is
Mhm.
actually better to create it than to stop it.
Mhm.
So there's a shadow side of it that's very much part of the human trafficking. energy.
Okay. My second question is just my guide to the new messages for me, especially relating towards more sovereignty in a third dimensional sense, physically.
Are you looking for what
Just
is
kind
it?
of where I should go on the stars. Like, what should I do in the near future for more fiscal independence, fiscal sovereignty, money?
Oh, well,
Right.
I feel this your spiritual well, first off it'll be what your guides say, mundane jobs that you probably won't care much for. But eventually it'll go into more of the spiritual work.
Mm.
This will be on the side for quite some time, and then you'll be able to do it full time. You're still
Mhm.
getting used to the waters, but yes, eventually it'll be a full time job as
Okay.
the world awakens. So right now, just do what you can do. It's good to be part of the call it the real world or whatever you want to call it,
Right.
your modern world. Even if you don't feel like you fit in, but eventually the spiritual work will take over from what we're seeing.
Do they have any kind of even mundane work? Do they have any direction of what they think would suit me? What I've had more luck with? Do they have any kind of like look this direction?
Mm. Looking at all because it's a public forum. They're not going to just look in all directions. Yeah, they can't. They're not going to say publicly for some reason.
Okay.
We'll have
Thank
a
you.
message for you later.
What's that?
We'll send you a message later about that
All right. Thank you.
personally.
All right. Blessings. Have a good day.
Just meditate on it. Yes, blessings.
All right. Very cool. Next, we have Liz.
Hello,
Yes, blessings.
thank you. Would you have any messages for me?
Trust is key to these challenges. Trust is going to bring it into a new paradigm. Yes, there's going to be a lot of challenges there, but trust will set you free from the old rules of life, you can say.
Okay, makes sense to me. I
Yes,
always
easy one.
want to do things on my control,
Yes,
my own hands. So
yes,
I have
correct.
to trust now everything else.
Trust yourself. As you know, it's not easy, but you step back from all the clutter, you'll find information.
Um, Someone said to me today that I have some connection with the Lyrans. She just texted me and said, since your energy frequency is in connection with the Lyrans, could you tell me if you have any connection with them?
Well, yes, you've had a leadership position with them in the past, and you're using that your positions, your levels to do what you're doing here. So you're still pulling from that knowledge. You do it in secret. Not everybody knows who you're connected to. Technically, it's more so unknown. Well, you know, but nobody else really knows. So yes, you're connected to more of the Lyran High Council, you can say,
Interesting.
for your mission.
Thank you.
It goes on and on though. So
Thank you so much.
that's nice.
Oh, just still getting used to this new system. Up next, we have Emmy.
Hi, Elohim.
Yes, greetings.
Thanks for being here. I'm wondering if you have any messages for me.
Yes, you're unlocking old timelines. You are going to, we say, have a rest, get rest, mentally, physically, feel more clear than you have ever. Almost like you're taking a spiritual bath, which you probably feel like you need. Basically, to let go of the old and allow the new to come in. So it's not going to. You're in the early stages of it, from what we can see. So just continue on your path that you feel that is right, and the negativity will clear out over time. Won't be perfect, but it'll be better than it has been. Let's put it that way.
I feel that way too.
Yeah, it'll be a couple months for it to fully feel it.
Do you have any messages for me for my job? I'm just wondering how everybody sees how I'm doing.
Can you clarify your question again?
I'm just wondering what my peers and superiors think of me so far.
Oh, it's no problems at all. Feel like you're a good worker, quiet, I believe. They see you as quiet for some reason. Not as talkative, but you're new there. What do you expect? But it's a good environment. We don't see any difficulties. Of course, it's still early there, so we feel like you'll be a good fit for that place, at least for as long as you feel like you need to be there.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings.
All right, got it. All right, up next we have Kingsley, and he typed his question in the chat. Let me get that real quick. His first question he asks, is there any message for me, tone hence, any message for me on my telepathy and how to enhance?
I believe this message has been told to you in different ways, but yeah, love, the sign of love, the more positive energies. You message somebody with love, from your mind to somebody else. They can hear you better. Now, yes, it's something that does take time to focus on. Doesn't mean you will receive back, but there's a possibility that you will. Usually, it's someone that's more spiritually aware. But just the more positive. So when you send a message to someone, through your mind, you wrap it in a love energy and see what happens there. Of course, it'd be good for you to test that with somebody and just do some random person in the street.
I think I merged his two questions together. So his second question was more on how to enhance it. If you have any additional messages about that. I guess
does he want a general message?
I guess that would help. Yeah. I think you covered it. Adding love to it and coming from the heart center.
Yes, heart center. Mountain energies are good. Also, Mount Shasta is a good energy. If there is a mountain that you feel like you can connect to, that you feel like you resonate with, you feel the beings that are within that mountain. And you can telepathic connection with an alien being too. But our first part of that question was about the human, but the alien being a mountain energy, such as Mount Shasta, is an excellent place. You connect to that energy, feel the alien energy is there, and you mentally connect to them. That we definitely recommend. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Dragon. Oh, thought we had Dragon. We'll move on to Marvin's questions. And he asked me to read his
I
question.
couldn't figure out how to unmute. Sorry.
Yep, there we go.
Yes, greetings.
Hi. New meeting place.
Yes.
And my first question is, when I started learning to program computers, it first seemed kind of magical to me, at least when I wasn't doing it for a living. It's I think, though, part of it was I tapped into my memories subconsciously of more advanced technology and, kind of like technology we'd consider magical, even though to maybe Zetas and others, it's just technology. And my question about that, one second. It's, I felt like I was connecting to technology beyond today's technology, but I couldn't really ground that in, which was a little subconsciously frustrating, I guess. Can you talk about the connection I was making?
Yes. Well, we do see your energies, your collective that you came from. Your part of it's Zeta. There's other collectives that you're connected, but help bring this technology here to begin with. We put the seeds of it before you're even born. Of course, to map that out is quite complicated. But you're connected to a mothership energy, more of the AI energies, but a mothership. They're not saying which one. I believe it's more of a Zeta, but a mothership of different alien species you're connecting to that's assisting your technology here today to keep it in existence. Some of it's even Anunnaki, some of it's Palladian. So it's various different energies that you're connecting to. So you're seeing the future of where it's going to end up. As you're part of the beginning of it, you're definitely part of its future, which would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like when I think about faster than light travel, it seems easy to me, but then I don't actually know how to do it.
Right.
I mean, I know how to do it, but not how we'd actually fill in the in between parts. My second question is, I was thinking about the water bears or tardigrades that Israel accidentally spilled on the moon. They could live. They're not like they're in suspended animation, or they could be like that for 10 years and then be reanimated. I was thinking about that, and then I was wondering if there's any self-aware single-celled organisms. I guess either individually self-aware is like a large single-celled organism somehow, or colonies, I imagine, would be more common. But I was wondering about both.
Oh, what is your question exactly?
Single-celled organisms. Are there like intelligent, self-aware single-celled organisms out there?
Yes, yes. It's not seen by your human eye here, of course, because much of it is very small. But yes, there's much of a consciousness there that's assisting on many levels. And it does have a consciousness that can technically be tapped into. So what happens like on the moon, and some of these accidents are even done deliberately, it's still an experience. So it's still part of growth no matter what. They'll take whatever they can get, especially in the third dimension.
Are there kind of what I was asking though? Are there like single-celled organisms that develop organelles that mimic nervous systems? And
yes. They create it even on their own without assistance within bodies usually. Your body can create other organisms. There's like, where did that come from? Some species are made for your world can do that too. It's very rare, but it does happen.
yeah, the tardigrade seems like ignoring colonies, the tardigrade seems like the closest thing we have to that.
Yes, correct.
But it's actually an animal. They supposedly, but it is single-celled, so it's kind of interesting.
There's some others that don't have a name at this time that haven't been fully discovered. But yes, there's still it's a part of even growing other body parts is within a lot of these cells that have not been fully understood yet. from what we're seeing. So,
All right. Thanks. Much love.
All right, that was cool. I like that one. Got Marvin's questions up next. He asked me to read those for him.
yes.
He says, "Greetings, Elohim. What was my role if I was an Elohim in my past life, and what influence did I have with beings back then?"
As an Elohim, he had a lot of energy. He wanted to be a part of everything, especially with this world because it was so unique. No matter what, he can as he in his life can get overexcited and sometimes miss the details. It's like don't go that way, and he goes there anyway, not seeing that he shouldn't have did that. But either way, uh, he just one that it is. He's part of the creation process. Once he sees an idea, he wants to build upon it and build and build and build. So world building is a big part of his existence, but also sustaining that world as he finally feels it's like, yes, it's built. Now who's going to stay here the duration? So you can probably feel a lot of that with himself also.
Blessings. In his second question, he asks, "What contact have I been getting besides Zetas and Pleiadians? Is there a positive being that I can call on, that I can communicate through 3D, that is willing to manifest like an angel?"
Well, there's a Raphael will be a strong angel for him to tap into. They also see the Yael around him. The Yael have been quite curious of his actions recently. I don't believe they made an actual contact with him, but the Yael, we call him the Yael Council, has been around him recently. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we have Colin.
Greetings, Elohim.
Yes, blessings.
Thanks for coming in. I'm wondering if, lately I've been feeling the last few weeks very tired. It's getting a little bit better now, but just extremely tired and out of it. I'm wondering if there's any messages around that, what I can be doing to help support myself.
There's been a lot going on in Astral with new timelines being brought into your Earth. It's many of you are 10 years ahead of yourselves and you have no idea. So you're setting up, it's like going into this life, you're going into a timeline that's been built a long time ago. Now you're creating new ones that are very life-changing. So we feel life-changing effects are in the works at this time. As you can see, relationship direction you're in, you're just making you're comfortable in an area, which is good, and so you're setting the groundwork of where it might go. There's never 100%, of course.
And is there anything I can be doing with that to help support my energy?
Well, first off, yes, your energy is sort of lighting up quite a bit now. It's like what it was a construction work before. It needed you to sleep so you could be an astral stronger. Now you're more awake. Now you get to experience it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So just follow. Once again, you should feel a lot lighter. Doesn't mean you'll have a complete understand where things are going, but you'll feel more comfortable than you did a couple weeks ago.
Okay, great.
So, to give you a little bit more detail, like some people get sick for a reason. Sometimes do that just so they can be an astral longer. So yes, go ahead, please.
I'm wondering if there's also any messages about my relationship.
It is in a crossroads of growing more. It's basically, let's see, our guides say just speak naturally as you are doing, and it'll get deeper in your spiritual work. I mean, I believe she will be interested more in what you're doing. She doesn't fully understand it, but part of her is going to be like ready to hear more. So she's kind of going to the Cliff Notes version of it right now, but over time she's going to see it a little bit more clear.
Okay.
So,
and is the crossroads? Were you speaking about her readiness to hear more about that, or the crossroads of if we're staying together?
It's more hearing more about this. Us staying together, I feel like that's always going to be open, but I believe that will possibly even a more maturity of the relationship actually what we're seeing.
Okay.
So blessings.
Blessings, Elohim.
All right. Up next, we got James. James, you hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
There you go.
Greetings.
Alright. So is there any messages from Venus, or can you tell me more about my connection with Venus? And also, you have any information about what's going on with the heart chakra lately with me or other people?
Well, it feels like your heart chakra is opening up more. You're allowing more to come in. It's been technically slightly blocked before, and now it seems to be shifting out. So sometimes it opens up, but it kind of feels strange, maybe even hurts a little bit because it's been closed for such a long time. So for Venus connections, well, you're allowing more energies to come in. Venus is a familiar energy. It's like a neighborhood you used to live in. That's helping you creative from what we can see. It might put you to sleep more because you're connecting more to that collective again. But it's also adding to your DNA for more creativity down the line when you wish to utilize it. So seems like you're going to like a paradise reality from what we're seeing with the Venus energies. Yes.
Okay, and is there any elementals lately around me, or and am I working with mermaids?
Yes, well, we see a lot of your energies are deep underwater right now with the mermaid energies. So they bring you to their civilization. So you do see all the mer people, and you hear their music, their operations, how they live, and that's a lot of your astral work too. One moment. We do see you've been going through a lot of Syrian realities that are connected to the fairies. A lot of the fairy energies, they keep themselves kind of secretive, but even diving into more of a Syrian reality, where you're seeing it's like you almost see like a Syrian tropical paradise, basically. So we've been going through a lot of tropics recently. This is.
Thank you.
Okay. Up next, I have Humberto. His questions, I'll read for him. His first one, he asks, "What are some messages and guidance for me?"
Patience, not to jump into anything too soon. Follow your feelings, but it's best to just take things slow. But realize you are on the right path. Just sometimes you get kind of, you want to jump too soon for a change. Just put it that way. Blessings.
And for his second question, he asks, "I'm dating someone and she wants to know what are some messages and guidance for her."
There are new opportunities for job if you wish to go into that. And also, Humberto can be follow that, but there is new job opportunities, but she has to look, and he can follow her with this and even create a new life. Possibly, it won't be instant, but will be down the road. So keep your opportunities. I believe it will be actual job. Getting another job most likely be out of the organization that you're at this time.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. And up last this evening is me.
Yes.
Thank you again for coming in.
Yep.
My first question just happened recently. I went to a dark place in astral last night as I slept. I was wondering, where was this place and why was I there?
Well, it was an area that needed to be seen. You haven't been there for a while. It's basically you're letting go of beings that are kind of holding on to old timelines. Sometimes you just got to face them when nobody else wants. You've been looking for certain low dimensional beings for a while, too, from what we're seeing, and you found them. And they're in lower astral. Ones that would cause like mischief in this reality that you're not always fully aware of. And you're definitely not aware of it in the third dimension, but in the fourth dimension, you've been looking for them for a while. They're not always easy to find beings in astral. They can keep themselves cloaked.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was as if I was the one driving in some situations, where my astral self would be handling the situation. I was more low key about it, and going into different situations, interacting with different beings. I'm more conspicuous, as if because I don't have any background on the situation, and I'm just kind of going with the flow and interacting with these beings. And it wasn't the most kosher of situations in a lot of cases. There was murder, there was corpses. It's like very ominous, dark tones all over the place. And just wondering, yeah, it just felt like, strangely enough, like a lot of the themes of some of my other dreams as well. So I guess that has to do with working in the lower astral and releasing some of that.
Yeah, some of it, yeah, is releasing reptilian lifetimes of your past, and also confronting the beings that feel like they're kind of like a drug addict attached to you, and you're kind of releasing them back into astral.
Hmm.
That's part of it too. It's like, I've learned what I need to learn from you. You can go now. I brought you home.
All right. Well, hopefully it went successfully.
Yes, the higher dimension. Well, not the higher dimension. Well, they're high-profile draconians that are connecting to, from what we're seeing.
Okay.
Like kings and stuff like that.
All right.
They're part of that royalty also.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. I'll dive deeper into that. For my second question, are there any messages most relevant at this moment?
Well, yes, to go back into your first question, as a reptilian, yes, might be a little bit out there, but you did take a lot of feline beings hostage because they were causing a lot of difficulties for other species to grow. And you did things you weren't too proud of to them. But, they were causing a lot of difficulties for other worlds. They're kind of like a dictatorship. And as a reptilian being, it's like, okay, I'm done with this. It's like, you know what? No one's going to do anything. I'm going to go in there and do something. And it wasn't very positive what you did, but it was better for those people and those feline beings. There's like a group of them that you used your power against them. You didn't destroy them, but you weren't very kind to them. So you can say you put them on a barren planet, something like that.
But did everyone kind of move forward positively after that? All right,
Yes.
good deal.
Even the feline beings eventually figured it out. A lot of them have been under my control also. So it's just, once again, it's like being a part of the army. You got to do things you're not too proud of, but there is a positive to it somewhere. Just not, of course, you got to go through all the karma for doing that.
Right.
Like being a sniper, things like that. So it was a military side of you that, you kind of took your own gang and went and did your own thing. So it's quite common in the universe, actually. Even on your world, too, as you could probably know.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie.
Well, yeah, it's like a bank robbers are robbing a bank that's robbing from other people. Same thing.
Wow.
So,
interesting.
They were robbing energies from the people that their planet they were watching over. Saying that they were friends when they really were not. So they weren't always that way.
It's that whole service to self kind of.
It was a Palladian world that the felines are supposedly being friendly to. These are Lyran beings. So,
interesting.
Give you some detail on that.
Yeah, definitely. It also probably has to do with my Lyran incarnation in this.
Yes, to give you a little bit more detail. Of course, I'm not going to be too happy about this, but a lot of the Lyrans had like a diamond shape on their foreheads. It wasn't an actual diamond. Well, it was an energy. It's energy. You kind of removed them too because they were abusing it.
I've seen illustrations of that. Yeah,
exactly. So some use it for very positive, as you could probably know, and others not. So enhance their abilities, basically. It's kind of like drugs. Crystals are used like drugs, but they add it to their body.
Yeah, I put a crystal in my belly button.
There you go. Memories.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Blessings.
Yes.
That's it for this
Is
evening.
anyone else? Yes. Huh? Is there anyone else? No. Those send you our blessings for tonight's connection. So much love to you all. Oh, greetings. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tolerating a new setup. So, all right. We'll just be uploaded right afterwards. So, all right. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.